Hi, welcome to Midwest Magic Cleaning. My name is heavily featured in rock songs from 1990 until 2006. This building was originally a garage, and then years ago it was converted into an apartment. So logistically, what happened with these properties is that the old landlords sold them because I don't know if they had health problems or they were just getting too old to mess with rentals or they were just tired of doing rentals. Either way, they sold the properties. The new owner bought both of them, but he had to buy this particular one that we're in sight unseen because they were still living there at the time and there were legal issues. So he just bought them. Eventually, everybody moved out of both properties, and he's currently working on the first property that he bought, completely gutting it and rebuilding it on the inside, painting it, putting in new appliances and cabinets and all that. Then when he's done with that one, he's going to come over here to this one and do the same thing here. He's also offered for us to film that if we wanted to film that process so you can see it to its completion. This house had pets, and you can really smell the pets in here. Now, I didn't find a bunch of pet poop or anything like that on the floor, but you can definitely smell. It smells like a kennel, and it smells like chemicals. It's pungent enough that we had to open up the doors and the windows for 3 days, and you can still smell it in there. And that's because the smell has kind of soaked into all the wood and paneling and the desks and stuff that you can see that were left behind that absorbed the smell. The chemical smell is one that I'm really used to because of the places that I normally work on, and that is the smell of dead roaches. And yes, when we walked in, there are thousands of just dead roach bodies everywhere in cabinets, toilet, the bathtub, the sinks, on headboards, and on the floors and in the walls. They're just absolutely everywhere. I mean, in the end, they're going to entirely gut this place down to the studs and have to redo it from scratch. The walls are wavy, and the reason is because they're old, like 1970s or 80s paneling, and they had a bunch of aquariums in here. So it kept the place super, super humid, and eventually that moisture made the walls warp. Outside of all that, there were significant electrical problems here. You could hear arcing in the wall behind one of the light switches, so we're going to leave that alone. There were at least 2 sets of lights that didn't work at all unless you pushed them a specific way, like you push the bulb a specific way, which means there's a bad connection and or a short. Just from this video alone, we filled a 30-yard dumpster just from the stuff they left behind, and we will fill another 30-yard dumpster with what's left in the attic. They had converted the attic to, it looks like maybe a bedroom, and then there's a whole bunch of old electronics and stuff like that up there, but we'll definitely fill up a 30-yard dumpster again.